Good morning students. Let's see the continuity of 13th group elements. So morning we discussed about what is boron and what are the important sources of boron, okay, and their physical properties and some of the important chemical properties of boron. So right here one more important point. Boron also present in plants and coal ash. Okay, coal means nothing but of carbon. So now right, today we are going to discuss about an important topic here, that is extraction of boron from important minerals. The two important minerals of boron is one is borax and another one is colamanite. These are the two important sources of boron. Okay, so now these are the minerals of important minerals of boron. Am I right? These are the sources of boron. Now I would like to extract or prepare the boron from these two mineral ores. Okay, so here we have two steps. We have two steps to extract the boron from borax and colamanite. Okay, two steps are there. So now the first step is, in the step 1 is preparation of boric anhydride B2O3. This is the first step. The second step is, what is second step? Reduction of B2O3 as boron. Reduction means removal of oxygen from B2O3 as boron. If you remove the oxygen from B2O3, we get boron. What is our aim? To extract the boron, or for the preparation of boron, we reduce the reduction of B2O3. Reduce the B2O3 means remove the oxygen from B2O3. Then what is the remaining one? Boron. If you remove the oxygen from this B2O3, we get boron. That is our aim. So here what we are preparing? Boron. In that first step is preparation of B2O3 from these sources, and the second step, remove the oxygen from B2O3, then we get boron. Okay, these are the two important steps. So now the preparation methods from borax. Okay, so now what is borax? You know very well. Na2B4O7, 10 moles of H2O2. 10 moles of H2O2. So Na2B4O7 means anhydrated borax. That means without water. Is treated with concentrated HCl, hydrochloric acid, and it undergoes heating. It produces sodium chloride and H2B4O7. Okay, this is the equation. So here it is called tetraboric acid. Okay, balance this equation here. Here we have two sodiums. keep 2 here and keep 2 here. 2 sodiums and 2 sodiums, okay. 2 hydrogens here we have. Here we have 2 hydrogens, 2 chlorines, 2 chlorines, okay. And 4 borons, 4 borons, 7 oxygen, 7 and 2 hydrogens. Clear? Tetraboric acid is generated, okay. So tetraboric acid also prepared by Na2B4O7, okay. So treated with concentrated sulfuric acid and it undergoes heating, it produces sodium sulfate and H2B4O7 tetraboric acid. These are the two methods to prepare tetraboric acid. Okay students, clear? Na2B4O7 concentration is cell. 2 sodiums, 2 sodiums, 4 borons, 4, 7, clear? Okay, and 2 hydrogens, 2 hydrogen, 1 sulfur and 4 oxygens here, clear? Now the third step is that form tetraboric acid crystallized. Crystallized means purified. Purify means crystallized here. Purify this compound H2SO4 and now this H2B4O7. What is the meaning of crystallization means? Crystallization means nothing but a small NaCl like sodium chloride particles like salt particles. So crystallization means purified. Remember this here. So this tetraboric acid interact with water, it produces orthoboric acid. Okay, for the balancing purpose we add this, what we call it is orthoboric acid. Clear students up to? Orthoboric acid, and also we call it is boric acid also. Boric acid. Is it clear up to? Okay, 12 hydrogens and 10 plus 2, 4 borons here. Four borons here, 12 oxygens and 7 plus 5. Okay. So this is the method. And the next method in this orthoboric acid strongly heated, it produces B2O3 and H2O. Here how many borons? 2. Keep 2 here. Okay, how many hydrogens? 6. Keep 3 here. Here 3 oxygen, 2, 3 just 6. So this is called boric anhydride. Boric anhydride. Clear ma? According to first step, we prepare boric anhydride for the extraction of boron. Okay. So from the borax. Here we have 2 steps. One is preparation of B2O3 and reduction of B2O3 as boron. Okay. So now by using borax and colemanite, those are the 2 important minerals here. So here I would like to select here borax. In that borax compound here we prepare boric hydride. So first step is completed. Okay. And go for second one. Go for second step. What is that? Reduction of B2O3 as boron, am I right? That is step 2. Already we prepared this. Now step 2. Okay, clear? Reduction of B2O3 as boron. Okay, let's see. Now here let us take B2O3 interact with sodium, so it gives sodium oxide Na2O and boron. Boron is reduced here. Okay, and one more possibility here, this B2O3 interact with potassium, we can prepare potassium oxide and boron. And one more possibility, B2O3 with magnesium metals, these are amarite, okay, and which gives magnesium oxide and boron, okay. So here this one and this one and this one, these three are called as strong reducing agent. Strong reducing agents. Strong reducing agent. Here it is also strong reducing agent. Strong reducing agent. Here magnesium, potassium, sodium, these are all strong reducing agent. Strong reducing agents remove the oxygen from other compounds. Strong reducing agent remove the oxygen from other compounds. Other compounds. Here oxygen is there. If you observe here one thing, balance this equation first of all. Here how many borons? 2 borons. Keep 2 here. Okay. Clear mark 2. Here how many oxygens? Here 3 oxygens. Okay. 2 borons. 3 oxygens clear. And 3 to just 6 sodiums. Right. 6 here. And here also 6. And here also 3. And 2 borons. 2 here. And 3 magnesium and 3 magnesium. Okay. So now sodium, potassium, magnesiums are called as strong reducing agent. Why these are called as strong reducing agent? Reducing agents means the sodium easily remove the oxygen from this compound. So B2O3 converted as boron or not? Here we need this one. This boron is very important. We extract the boron here. We extract the boron here. Remember these all process done in closed crucible. Closed crucible is a device like so this is just a cap, we can able to remove this one. Okay. So crucible, this is the equipment. So the reaction takes place inside the crucible. Okay. Inside the crucible. Remember this. Okay. This symbol is called as delta. Delta means heating. Okay. So we extract the boron. Okay. Now add dilute HCl to the fused mixer. This is fused mixer. This one, N-type fused mixer. Fused mixer. Fused means nothing but of melting. Fused means melting, like semi-solid, solid and liquid. Solid and liquid mixer is called as here fused. Am I right? So mixer, and then what happened? Insoluble boron powder obtained. That means boron is insoluble in the mixer. That means we can able to separate the boron. Okay, as PPT. PPT means precipitation. Okay, like steeze. So remember this, by adding of dilute HCl, the boron as just appear on the surface of the layer. That means we can able to separate the boron. Okay, so suppose in the beaker when we add dilute HCl in this mixer, what happens? The boron is insoluble. Insoluble means it can float on the surface of layer. Then we can easily separate the boron. Okay, insoluble means it like as PPT, precipitation, insoluble in water. Suppose. Okay, precipitation like cordy. Okay, then we can easily separate the boron. Okay, as powder form. Okay. Then this powder boron is washed with water and dried. Then we get pure boron as powder form. Powder form means what we call it is amorphous, powder like material. So pure boron is extracted by this method, by using borax. Okay, remember this. So in this process, note here, in this process, okay, we use iron rods. Okay, iron rods. So what is the advantage of use of iron rods here? Okay, these iron rods helps to unreact sodium or potassium as potassium oxide and sodium oxide and potassium oxide. Sodium oxide and potassium oxide. Okay, helps to unreact sodium or potassium as sodium oxide and potassium oxide. Okay, so by using iron, here we use iron rods. What is the benefit of these iron rods? Still with iron rods, that mixer is still with iron rods. What is the benefit of these iron rods? Suppose the sodium, is there any some incomplete sodium is there, so sodium interact with this one, it produces sodium oxide. If is there any excess sodium is there, when we still with iron rod, then that iron rod is helps to this sodium interact with oxygen and completely become as sodium oxide. Is it clear, students? So what, now still with iron rod, this mixer, if is there any unreacted sodium is present here, that sodium is again interact with oxygen and become sodium oxide. Finally we get boron. Okay, sodium interact with B2O3, very good, it gives sodium oxide and boron. If is there any excess sodium is there, unreacted sodium with this compound, when we stir with iron rod, what happened? This iron rod helps to this sodium to interact with this B2O3 and completely sodium interact with this compound and converted as Na2O and boron. That is the advantage of iron here. So here this iron rod reduce the sodium and potassiums as sodium oxide. That means here oxidize means sodium gain the oxygen, am I right? And potassium as potassium oxide, gaining of oxygen. Here sodium gain the oxygen, am I right? Gaining of oxygen is called as oxidizing. Okay, clear? Iron rod oxidize the sodium and potassium as Na2O and K2O. Why? Because sodium attract the oxygen and potassium interact with oxygen. So addition of oxygen to the sodium is called as oxidation process. Now this is sodium is reducing agent. Why it is reducing agent? It removes the oxygen from B2O3. So it is called as strong reducing agent. Okay, reducing agent means remove the oxygen. Remember this. Okay. Why sodium is a strong reducing agent? It removes the oxygen from B2O3. Then sodium gains the oxygen, so it undergoes oxidized. Oxidized means gaining of oxygen. Clear? Gaining of oxygen. So who helps that oxidation process of sodium and potassium? Iron. And the second method is from anhydride colamanite. Colamanite. Anhydride means without water. Okay. Ca2B6O11 5H2 is called as anhydride colamanite formula. Anhydride means without water. Ca2B6O11, this is colamanite anhydrated, remember this. Okay. Now this one interact with sodium carbonate. This gives calcium carbonate and Na2B4O7 and NaBO2. We call it is sodium metaborate. This is called, you know very well, borax. Okay. Calcium carbonate. Clear. This is sodium carbonate. Is it clear, students, up to sodium carbonate? So balance this equation here. This is 2 here, this is 2 and this is 2. Okay. Sodium carbonate. These are the important compound here, sodium boroxide. Okay. And these two also. Here sodium boroxide is crystallized, that means purified. Na2B4O7 is crystallized means purified. Okay. And what about second one is here NaBO2, sodium metaborate. Okay. This sodium metaborate interact with carbon dioxide, it gives Na2B4O7 plus sodium carbonate. What we call it is borax, again it gives. Okay. Na2B4O7 plus Na2CO3 and 4 moles of NaBO2. Count here 2 sodium and 2 sodium, 4 sodiums. Okay. 4 borons, 4 to 8 oxygens, and here it is 8 plus 2 10. Here 4 plus 7 plus 3 10 oxygen. And 1 carbon is there, here also 1 carbon. This is carbon dioxide and pass into this sodium metaborate. It gives borax and sodium carbonate again. Okay. So now in this again we get sodium borax compound emerald. Clear. Now by using that borax compound, again we can prepare B2O3. What are the two important steps to prepare B2 boron? One is preparation of B2O3, another one is reduction of B2O3 as boron. Here we prepare from the colamanite borax, we prepare emerald. Continuity of this one. Here we prepare borax emerald. Anhydrated borax we prepare anhydrated. Okay. So these again interact with concentrated HCl emerald. Concentration HCl. So now this gives NaCl and H2B4O7, tetraboric acid again. Tetraboric acid. From the colamanate we do it. Here initially we prepare borax and we go for this process. Okay. And here it is 2 sodiums. Okay. 2 hydrogens there and 2 chlorines and 4 borons, 7 oxygen, clear, and 2 sodiums, 4 borons, 7 oxygen, 2 hydrogens, 2 chlorine. Okay. And also we can prepare this tetraboric acid Na2B4O7 with concentration H2SO4 with strong heating, what it produce? Na2SO4 sodium sulfate and again tetraboric acid, Na2B4O7 tetraboric acid. Okay, clear students? Now this tetraboric acid H2B4O7 undergoes crystallized. Crystallized means purified, crystallized. Okay. Now this tetraboric acid undergoes hydrolysis. It gives orthoboric acid. Orthoboric acid. Okay. Orthoboric acid. Okay. Orthoboric acid. Already we discussed this one. This orthoboric acid undergoes heating. It produces B2O3, boric anhydride and H2O. Clear? Okay students. So this is the boric anhydride, which one we prepared in the first step by the collaminate process. Okay. And furtherly what we do? This B2O3, second step, step 2. Step 2. This is entirely step 1 from collaminate. Okay. So this B2O3 again with sodium. Okay. And which one gives sodium oxide and boron, and this again treated with potassium, which gives potassium oxide and boron, and also there is possibility with magnesium also, which gives magnesium oxide and boron. The balanced equation is, and here we have two borons, okay, and here let's see here B2O3 amino acids 3 and 3, here 2 borons, here 2, here 6 and 6. Okay. And here 3 and 3. 3 to just 6 sodiums. Okay, clear? 6 sodiums here. Okay, students. Is it clear, ma, up to? Two moles of Na2O3 and here 6 potassium, 6 sodium, 3 oxygen, 3 oxygens. Clear? So here boron is okay. So these mixer again boiled with dilute HCl, okay, and then stirred with iron rods, same as it is, okay, and insoluble boron powder generated. Boron powder is generated and wash with water and dry. Pure amorphous boron obtained, prepared from collaminate also. Okay. So this is the method from collaminate, and first from collaminate we prepare borax, then as it is what we applied in borax method also. Okay. Why we should iron? By using iron, oxygen is removed from B2O3 to potassium. And same next one from anhydride collaminate so again one more method here. What is anhydride collaminate? Ca2B6O11 interact with sulfur dioxide and H2O, which gives calcium bisulfite and H4B6O11, okay, and here we have two calciums, and this is 4 and this is 4, okay, and 4 hydrogens here to 6, 4 to 8, okay, 2 hydrogens here and 2 to 4 hydrogens here 4, 8 hydrogen, 4 to 8, 4 sulfurs and 4 sulfurs there, and 6 boron 6 and O11, 2 calciums clear. So now again that formed product H4B6O11, okay, interact with water, which is 7 moles here, it gives H3BO3 6 moles, okay, H3BO3 6 moles, okay. So now the final reaction here we have, so cancel this one and this one, both sides, this treated as equal, this is equality, this right side equality and right side of equality and left side of equality, this treated as equality, left side right side, both cancel, these are same terms, you know. And what about the remaining Ca2B6O11, 4 moles of H2O and 4 moles of SO2, 7 plus 4 how much? 11, that is 11 moles of H2O, and what we get finally? 6 moles of H3BO3 and 2 moles of calcium bisulfite, okay, clear, calcium bisulfite. Now we need this one, so this is furtherly heat and cooling, it is crystallized, H3BO3 crystallized means purified, am I right? Crystallized means, students, purified, H3BO3, finally we get here H3BO3. So orthoboric acid, so by using orthoboric acid we prepare B2O3, step 1 again step 1. What is step 1 here? That formed orthoboric acid H3BO3, okay, so undergo strong heating, it produces boric anhydride and H2O, clear, students, up to this one, okay, 6 2 borons, okay, and 3 6 hydrogens, okay, boric anhydride is prepared, okay. Now in the step 2, same method, this B2O3 interact with sodium and it produce an Na2O, sodium oxide and boron. Suppose it is interact with potassium, what it gives? Potassium oxide and boron, okay, clear ma? Step 2 is common. So B2O3 interact with magnesium, what it gives? Magnesium oxide and boron, clear. So balance this equation simply, 2 2 and 6 6 and 3 and here 3 and 3, okay. So here, so these are all called as, these 3 are called as reducing agents, strong reducing agent, already we discussed. Why it is strong reducing agent? These sodium remove the oxygen from this and B2O3 become as too big, okay, clear, boron. So which one remove the oxygen from other compound, then we call it is strong reducing agent, okay, remember this. So here we prepare boron, okay. So now stir with iron, am I right? Stirred with iron. Why we stirred with iron this mixer, okay, this entire mixer stirred with iron, why? If is there any unreacted sodium with B2O3, it completely converted as Na2O. So why we stirred with, write the reason, why we stirred with iron, okay, this mixer, okay, unreacted sodium or potassium or magnesium converted or oxidized, that means gaining of oxygen, gain of oxygen from B2O3, from B2O3 oxidized as Na2O or K2O or MgO. Okay, so that is the purpose. If is they completely the sodium converted as sodium oxide, we should need, then only we get completely purified boron. Okay, then after boils with dilute HCl, then what we get? Insoluble boron powder obtained. Then what happened? Washed with water and dried. Okay, then pure amorphous boron obtained. Okay, so these are the two methods from colamanite. Okay, and the last one is modern method, modern or electrolytic method. Okay, so here electrolysis of fused mix melting semi-solid like liquid, of liquid and of solid, that is called as fused mixer. So electrolysis of fused mixer, just a minute. Fused means it is in semi-solid state. Are you following or not? These are theoretical concepts. Okay, have to prepare as it is. Okay, and is there any important compounds are formed? Okay, you should follow that 3-star, 4-star and important points. Those are very useful to you. These are the preparation or extraction of boron from colamanite borax. Okay, all methods are really same. So in the first step we prepare B2O3. In the second method we prepare boron. Okay, by using sodium potassium. And see, now modern method or electrolyte method. Electrolysis method means we have the mixer which is in molten state or fused state like semi-solid. We pass the electricity into that mixer, then ions are separated. In this method we obtained boron. Okay, listen. Electrolysis method means in that mixer we pass the electricity, then ions are separated as cations and anions. That method is called as electrolytic method. Okay, so electrolysis of fused mixture of B2O3 and magnesium oxide and magnesium fluoride at 1100 degrees Celsius in carbon crucible as anode, which has positive charge. Anode has positive charge. Remember this. Carbon crucible. Carbon, that means this is the crucible. This is the crucible. I think you see this kind of structure in restaurants also. Okay, crucibles. Okay, now the reaction takes place in this crucible made by carbon, which act as anode. Anode always act as positive charge. Anode has positive charge. Remember this. So now this carbon crucible act as anode. In that the reaction takes place. Okay, and iron rod as cathode. Cathode means it is a negative rod. Remember this. negative rod. Okay, cathode means negative rod. Okay, and here in the first step, what happened? This magnesium oxide as magnesium and oxygen, okay, at cathode. Remember this reaction at cathode. Okay, and this is how many oxygens? 2 oxygen balance this one. Magnesium is generated. Okay, now this formed magnesium interact with B2O3. It gives again magnesium oxide and boron. Am I right? Clear, ma? 2 borons here we have, 3 oxygens, 3 magnesium. Okay, boron is separated. Okay, clear? This is amorphous boron. Which rod we used here? Iron rod. Forget the pure boron. Already we discussed it. Okay, and here amorphous boron, this one, and here this B2O3 interact with aluminium. It gives Al2O3. We call it is alumina and boron here. Okay, here it acts as reducing agent. Why? It absorbs the oxygen and becomes Al2O3. Okay, so here 3 oxygens and 2 aluminiums and 2 borons. Okay, clear, ma? So in this method we get crystalline boron. Okay, suppose if is there any excess aluminium is there which is unreacted with B2O3, aluminium reacted with B2O3, it gives Al2O3 boron. If is there any amount of aluminium, excess amount of aluminium is there unreactedly, so for removing this excess aluminium we add NaOH. Okay, so not that point. For removing of excess of aluminium, we add NaOH. If is there any unreacted aluminium with B2O3 is removed by NaOH. Okay, so these are the method to prepare boron. Okay, so practice the equation, then it will become very easy to you. Okay, thank you very much, students. Write the notes properly. If you have any doubt, ask me. So here we have 2 steps. In the first step, 2 important sources are there, that is columnate, borax. Here 2 steps to extract the boron from their minerals, that is preparation of B2O3, and the second one is B2O3 undergoes reduction to give boron. Okay, sodium, potassium called as, magnesium called as strong reducing agent. Why? They remove the oxygen from B2O3. Okay, why we should add iron and stir with iron in that mixer? Iron helps to oxidize of sodium potassium. Okay, that means sodium potassium attract the oxygen from B2O3. Okay, gaining of oxygen is called as oxidize, loss of oxygen is called as reduction. Okay, reducing agent means the compound or the element which remove the oxygen from other is called as reducing agent. Okay, these are the methods. Remember it. Follow the equation. And these cathode anodes are important. Iron acts as cathode and magnesium is called as anode. At cathode, magnesium is liberated here. Okay, so follow this equation and analyze the equations. Okay, students, again we will meet on tomorrow. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.